Okay, so I have a request for Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez. And there were some questions. Will it last? Is Lauren after money? Did she leak the sexual text? Because apparently there are some. And will he buy the Seattle Seahawks? So let's see if we can't tackle all that right now. So let's see how we want to do this. We'll do 4 cards for Will It Last? Maybe it'll give us more information on what is going on. Well, you got some positive cards so far. Um, how you get them is how you lose them. So what we got right now, the Knight of Swords is sort of chaotic energy. As you can imagine, I'm pretty sure that is what's going on. They are, I won't say happy, but well, I mean, that's what that means. This is joy and happiness. So yeah, but the resurrection, the way you get them is the way you lose them, because there's your emotional news. Um, it is attached to money. I mean, she's not with him for his boyish good looks. So, I mean, there is some money, there's some status, is really what it is. His wife, his initial wife, or now soon to be ex-wife, got with him before Amazon, so she wasn't chasing his money. Um, is Lauren Sanchez after his money? Let's get 3 cards on that one. She wants to be the woman of status, like I just said, Queen of Pentacles. And the chaotic energy comes back. So there's the quick energy. So apparently she wants this fast because there is the power grab. She's not really all that I don't even know who she is, but it doesn't look like she's all that interested in him. It looks like she's kind of more interested in grab and go. So did she leak the text? That's a desires card and wishful, like wishes. I don't think she did. There's that chaotic energy coming back. There's a man who may have been involved. Wasn't that in the Enquirer? Something like that. Like the guy who owns the Enquirer is like the buddy of Trump, who is like the enemy of Jeff Bezos. Because Trump wanted to use like the post office to punish Amazon and all this kind of ignorance. So I think maybe somehow, some way they bought this. They bought the information. They bought because apparently they had some sort of nude something of him, and there's a barter going on. So there's a deal that happened between him and somebody who. This is not a person who wanted money. This is a person who wanted like a feeling, like a, I guess, satisfaction for revenge or something. It was a vengeful thing because I get satisfaction. That's what they wanted. Will he buy the Seahawks? Looks like it. There's a big lump sum of money. Lump sums come in the form of the Page of Pentacles. It's a lump sum of money. There is a balance and then victory. So from one hand to the other, and then some triumph and victory. So if is he trying to buy the Seahawks? If he is trying to, it looks like he just may. So now let's do some more information. What's going on with Jeff Bezos? Isn't it crazy that you are the richest man in America, and you get divorced? She's going to take half, mind you, and you're still the richest man in America. Redonkulous. Emotions. These are new emotions. It's not a new emotional interest. It's just new emotions. Well, naturally, because I mean you're all going through a divorce, so and public shame, so there might be some give and take on that one. I can understand that. Temperance. That's good. That's like hope and healing, or healing, not hope, but healing and compromise. So you're getting closer and closer to the final stages of your divorce. Fear and anxiety. Ooh. See, this is not what you ever want to see. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. In the tarot, there are no real negative cards. There's some that carry bad connotations for some people in some situations. But not only is forewarned forearmed, but information is power. If you realize where you are, correct your situation. So if you are bound by fear and depression, anxiety, angst, your own head being your worst enemy at this moment like he is, change it. So there's no negative, it's a reflection. If you looked in the mirror and you have toothpaste on your face, wipe it off. If you look at the cards and it's telling you you are bound by your fear and anxiety, break free. Now, breaking free is, of course, harder than than it sounds, but you are now equipped with the information, and when you become aware, you become responsible. Magician, you have the power to do so. There's your confirmation. I mean, you're the richest man in America. You should call Dr. Phil and tell him to counsel you. I mean, hell, get yourself together. There's your compromise. Your healing. You did this to yourself, so I mean, I'm not crying for you, Argentina. Four of Pentacles. That's clinging. Resistant to change. That's also not what you want to see. That is not what you want to see at all. Why? Because if this is you, if this is what you're bound by, the fear and the depression, this is not who you want to be. Especially when you're crossed by healing and compromise. And then you say, well, I don't want to compromise. I want to be hard-headed and stubborn. Okay, fine. Then sit there. And sit there. Trap your own self. In your fear, confusion. Lost is what I get. When there's too many different directions to go, this is exactly what you're going to get is lost. Chaotic energy. Knight of Swords. Preparation. Two of Swords. You want to move on with life. This is in your desire. What's your outcome? King of Cups. Emotional man. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We start with the page, we end with the king. Somehow or another, I just don't like, okay, here's the thing. Your emotions right now are all over the place. You're being humiliated in the press. You're going through the process of losing half of your fortune. You try to compromise. You try to say, okay, let's just get this done. And, this sucks. And, okay, fine. And then you go home and then you're lost in your own head and you're trapping yourself. But you feel like, you know what, I can pull myself out of this. I'm Jeff Bezos. I own the Washington Post and Amazon, and I'm still the richest man in America, even though I just lost half my fortune. Disgusting. So you get lost in your head again. You don't want to compromise. You just want to cling. Because once the gavel comes down and your ex-wife takes half of what you had, you're going to feel some kind of way because that's how greed works. I'm not saying you're not a generous person, but in this case, you're a greedy person. This is stingy, sort of a miserly behavior. Getting lost is your fear. You're already lost, darling. I don't know what to tell you. Think for all that money you'd buy yourself a clue at least. Well, here's your clue. Chaotic energy. Why are you going through all of this? Because you're going through all of this. You're supposed to keep going. You're not supposed to stay bound. Supposed to push through. Everybody can look back 10 years and say, you know what, I survived whatever it was I survived 10 years ago, and here I am. You want preparation. You want to move on. You go from the boy to the man. Now, here's what I want to know. Why? Because if you're resistant to change, what happened that you sort of got this elevation in stature? Because we didn't get the Knight of Cups to where you're like galloping on your steed and you're the knight in shining armor and people love you again. We got you from immaturity to maturity. So what happened? Is it a love interest? Is it you found a way to regain your fortune? Is it your wife actually doesn't get half? She gets 1/8? Like, what happened? So, let's see. Let's see, Jeff. Jeff Bezos. What do we got? The Emperor, partnerships, money. Oh, that's why. The Queen of Swords. So a new woman comes in the picture, and a new money comes in the picture. That's what your identity is trapped in. Your money. Business ventures, new outlooks. So what is sort of elevating your stature seems to be material. Oh boy. Some people don't ever learn, I swear to God. Lord have all the mercies. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, we want to know why Jeff Bezos went from the page to the king. What has changed in his life to where he is so awesome now? Well, there's the emperor, so the leader in authority. Of the leader in authority of what? Of his businesses, of his money ventures, his partnerships, his apprenticeness. Leads to money, money, money. So much he could pass out. Not that he's going to, but he could. And there's a new woman. This doesn't feel like a love interest. This is just a woman who found a way to increase him. or a woman that's in the picture. So let's look down here. There's the emperor. The emperor is the authority. There is the indecision, the inner conflict. So you still have, and this is actually perfect. The emperor is usually a person who is, I won't say he's usually, I'll say in this case, he is deluded into thinking he is all that in a bag of chips. Then you have the inner conflict. Now he's swaddled in all of the greatest garments. He's got stars on his shirt, like he's just got it. And then inner conflict. So material is what elevates him, but he's still trapped. So under his partnerships and his money is his businesses. I always say in my deck, the Four of Wands is the informal business, like the Hierophant is the government. The Four of Wands is like your corporations, AT&T and Amazon and all that type of thing. So, under his sharing of money is a time of celebration, a time of plenty. Everybody's got a drink. Under the woman is the hangman. So this is why this could be a little confusing. So this turned into a really long reading. So I'm going to have to look at her too, because this could be a very different. Actually, no. Never mind. I do want to look at her, but I won't. Like his ex-wife, to see if she's actually going to get half or if she's going to get less than. But this is why I was going to think that initially, because I thought that was her, and then the hangman saying that she's getting little to nothing. But this woman gives him a new outlook. So I think that is still her, but it gives him a new outlook because she becomes a woman of security, financial stability, life of luxury, time of plenty. So that is his wife or ex-wife. So she is going to get what she needs. So never mind about that. We already got our answer. Under the sort of the time of plenty and the extra time of plenty, everybody's got a drink, is the tower. Now, I pull the tower and I do not feel negative vibes from the tower. It's more of drama. Like, not even a bad drama. This is not, his business is not going to fail. This is, okay, what's the word I need? This is him sort of breaking something. I don't know the exact word to use. I think it's a spiritual word. That's why I can't say it. It's like he's like just take the what you call his image literal. That's what he's doing. He's breaking something. This is not him. He's breaking something. This is him. He's abandoning something, but he's sort of blowing it up as he jumps out the window. So it may be a sabotage of some sort. So she might want to watch out because the lovers and the Six of Swords is next to that. So she may be getting, half of everything, but it might come with some mold problems. So you might want to check those houses and I don't know. Because everything is so nice and peaceful and positive, and then you get the sabotage. That's exactly what yeah, okay, thank you. I finally got the word for it. Sabotage. And he's still in conflict. He gets over it eventually. I mean, he's still carrying baggage because of the public humiliation and all of that, because there is some illumination back here. So he's still carrying some baggage with the Six of Swords. But, I mean, he frolics his way through it, sort of screws it to his ex-wife, and then goes about his life of luxury like she does. So, I mean, they're going to play the petty games for a little bit, but, whatever. Yeah. So we got the sort of secured home. So he does come back to a place to where he is all right. Um, Under his businesses, there is another woman, the Queen of Cups, under the Lover's card. So he gets involved with someone he works with. You just be sure you don't have a Me Too movement on your hand, because that's going to be the end of you. There is some secrets, so he is trying to keep that sabotage covered up. This may not even be something she realizes until it's too late. And then there's victory for the both of them because they are now both two of the richest people in America. That was exhausting. Do you know what that's called? Rich people problems.